We traveled 1,000 miles to meet Princess Peach. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the long-awaited vlog, video, documentary recap of us traveling for the first time to Los Angeles, California, to go to Universal Studios Hollywood, and just the experiences that we experienced while there, and just our whole adventure. Felt like, you know, we did this trip together, so I felt like we should end this trip together.
The end of this trip together. We're gonna end it all now.
End it all right now.
We've done it. We've done everything.
The first time you've been on the channel in a while, a long time.
Yeah, it's probably been no. Officially, I guess.
Officially, yeah. You want to reintroduce yourself, who you are, and you're using the dragon.
Thank you, because I was about to ask, who am I introducing myself as? Who am I? Who am I today?
I don't know. This is my wife, obviously, and she goes by Boba normally
on my main channel.
But she's trying to figure out a second channel, which
with a different character.
Which her name is going to be Iris.
Iris.
But we'll figure that out. But regardless,
it's whatever.
It's my wife Boba.
Yeah.
She has her own channel if you want to check it out.
Yep.
We decided we wanted to drive on the Greyhound.
We were gonna do it by, I wanted to go by train.
Yes, she wanted to go by train.
But that would take an extra day.
Yes.
And the bus was a day shorter, so.
Yeah, my mom was like, you guys should fly, it would be fun. And I was like, we are big cowards when it comes to
big
flying.
old babies. I've never been on a plane before.
I've only been on a plane once, and I didn't want to go back on. It was like one of those experiences that is like, oh, I did it. You know, I did it once, and I never want to do it again. But so we were like, you know, I took in the Greyhound before. It was easy. I rode it to meet her for the first time.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was a pretty okay experience. You know, it was a long experience.
That was 10 years ago.
That was 10 years ago. So we decided we're going to, you know, do it again because we want to see the country. It'd be fun. We were also like,
when we were looking at it, it's like, oh, 3 days on a bus? That's nothing.
Nothing.
That's
we can
nothing.
do that. We can, you know,
I can do that in my sleep.
We'll, you know, have a nice, good time.
They were
we'll
also
be able to plug in our phones.
Your mom was like, oh, you could drive. And I was like, well, I wouldn't want to take the car all the way out there. I don't want to drive in LA. There was so many things, like, I don't want to be the one driving. Like, I don't want to do it, so.
So, fast forward, we have everything set up. We're time to go. And we get to the Greyhound station and walking through, what was your...
We were at a lot of bad bus stations. Our city's bus station is the worst.
The absolute
We got there
dirtiest.
2 hours early. It was disgusting. Good chicken tenders, though.
They did have good chicken
They had really good chicken tenders.
Surprisingly enough, out of all the things, they had good
chicken tenders.
But
and there were so many
disgusting.
people waiting for this bus to go to St. Louis.
This was
and
the
they
first
had
red
gotten
flag.
So these people had been waiting overnight. There was a lot of people, and they had gotten stranded. Their bus never showed up, or was it that their bus never showed up?
Their bus just never showed up.
So they were getting on our bus, and we were like,
it was over capacity.
We were like, oh, okay, the bus was crowded, but it was fine. Like, once we got moving,
it was fine.
It was good.
It was good.
We had a pretty good time until we got into St. Louis.
Everything went wrong after that.
What was it? Like midnight? Around midnight?
Apparently, our bus got delayed 2 hours later.
Was it 2 hours?
Yes, it got delayed 2 hours. Because we were supposed to arrive there at 12:40 a.m. And then
we
get
got
on
there
another
at like
bus.
2.
And we were supposed to only have an hour the departure, like an hour to wait.
Yeah.
But then when we got there, we were waiting. The time came. There was no bus. Another hour went by. There was no bus. No one has come out to explain what was going on.
It's the middle of the night, but the Greyhound person was still at his little like thing, but they literally, I went up and talked to them. I was like, hey, what do you know? Like, we were supposed to get on a bus, like, where's our bus?
Yes.
And he was like, oh, you'll get an email, like, you'll know before I do. And I'm like, what does that even mean? And we never got an email.
It's
basically the bus driver for our bus never showed up. Our bus was sitting there. We saw it. It was there waiting for a bus driver, and a bus driver didn't show up until 5 a.m. or something.
It was a no call, no show. I think the most frustrating part is that no one came out to let us know. Let us know what was going on, saying like, hey, like, I'm sorry for the delay.
Yeah.
No, one of our bus drivers didn't show up.
No announcement.
So,
like
nothing.
They announce everything, but they didn't announce that. It wasn't until they were like,
I had to go looking for the information.
Was it you or was it another?
It was me. I went to the security guard.
Yeah, the security
and asked her, like, can you please tell us what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know it's not your fault what's going on, but I just would like to know. And she told me that the driver never showed up, never came, and they've been looking for a bus driver to show up. But they never told us.
Yep.
They never told us. And that was like the most frustrating part. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
And then finally, and we're already delayed. We're already late because we missed a... Because of that, we missed a day in California. Well, like a half a day. Yeah. But we were worried that because of what time we were getting in, we were going to be missing the rest of the trip.
Yeah.
And it was like nightmare fuel.
Yeah. Because we were supposed to get in at noon on Sunday, so we would have had like half a day, then 2 full days, and then we left in the morning. Yeah. And essentially that half a day was just another full day of traveling.
Full day. So then after all that, we finally managed to get to California.
In the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night.
We were supposed to get there in the middle of the day.
We
get there at like 11. We literally almost missed the deadline to get into our hotel room. It was probably like 11:30 that we got there.
And then, so... We get there because we had to figure out how to do Uber because it was the first time we ever did Uber. And so that was a little bit of a confusing. I made a fucky whoopsie because I sent them to the wrong location, but I didn't know. I've never been to California, so I'm on the phone telling him I'm at the drop off. He's like, you're not at the drop off. And I'm at the drop off. It says the drop off. But so eventually, I'm pretty sure he was sick of me afterwards, which I'm surprised.
Get out of our
van. Because I ended up canceling.
To get a new ride. Yeah.
And he picked it up again. So it was a very awkward.
He was probably like, you know what? I'm already here. I'll take it. So it was us high.
Tired. I'm sleep deprived, jet lag, and all that. Yeah. I just jumped in there. You know the one I don't know if you've seen the one TikTok of the guy who jumps in the middle, is in the middle of the street and then jumps in the car dives in. Yeah. That's kind of how it felt for me. I just took the suitcase and just dove in. And so we finally get to the hotel.
Yeah. Which was easy,
It was easy, fine. Yeah, we walk in and they had everything shaped like a swan kissing, which was very cute. Very cute. We just get into the room after a long trip. And we got here and they got their little things in a swan. It's so cute. So cute. Look at our little room. We're here in Los Angeles for the first time ever. It's really dark, so you can't even see. But by the time you see this, we won't even be here anymore. So. The first day of us being there. Yeah. What was it like waking up first day in California?
Well, it was weird because of the time difference.
Yes.
We were waking up way too early. Because we're on the East Coast, this is the West Coast. We're 3 hours ahead.
3 hours.
So we're waking up, it's 7 or 8 in the morning. Yeah. Which would have been late for us because back home that would have been 10 a.m.
Yes.
So there wasn't, nothing was open yet. Nothing was open until 10.
It was 6 o'clock in the morning, but our bodies knew it was 8 o'clock. It's time to go. I'm like, man, California starts way too late for me.
Yeah. So I was let's go get some breakfast. So there was a Dunkin' Donuts really close to the pop store.
So we walked down there.
Which was fine. Oh, so we were on the stars.
The stars. We saw a lot of the stars,
Hollywood
which
star
was really
fame.
cool. This is the stars right here. Look at the stars. It's David Butler. And there was a lot of sex shops.
There's a lot of sex shops.
There was like 1,000 different
fucking
sex shops. I was like, what was they expecting us to do? It's just something I just wasn't expecting to see.
Yeah.
For it being Hollywood,
like,
California.
Oh, okay.
It's like the stars. We kept on, moved on, went back to our hotel, and then we decided we would go to Little Tokyo because it was just about to open up.
Yeah.
And man.
Well, we were like, let's go to the mall. There was a mall right next to Little Tokyo, and we were like, well, cool. The mall will be open. Let's do that first. We get to this mall. I'm so confused as to what it is. It wasn't a mall.
It wasn't a mall.
It was like a weird walking structure of concrete that apparently there were stores around, but I didn't see any.
It didn't even have a roof.
It didn't have a roof. So we were like, all right, we'll just walk to Little Tokyo, and we did that. And it smelled like weed the whole time we were walking.
Bro, I felt like, I was like, man, I feel like I could definitely feel like I'm in California because I feel like I can get high just by walking. Yeah. It was like, bro, I mean, it's legal, so, I get it. But I'm just like, it's a Monday morning.
The way that it was like,
have to function
in the
society.
In the middle of the city, just the air just smells like weed.
The air.
It's like,
I'm like,
bizarre.
Okay. Man, that's so big. It looks like it could be a ride.
Yeah.
I mean, I would never get on it, but...
Yeah, it looks like a ride I would never get on.
And man, the moment we get to Little Tokyo, it just...
Yeah, it was really cool.
Oh my God. It took away the whole entire trip for me. It breathtaking. I was just like, this is just what they get to be at every day. Just...
Like, it was basically set up like... what I would assume like a Japanese like neighborhood, I guess, to be. It's pretty small, but it just looks very authentic for what little we know of what authentic Japanese would be.
Right. But just a little bit of a taste of what Japan could be for us. It was just such a nice experience to just see because we had all these different shops. And
there were so many anime stores. The Sanrio store was really cool.
It was so cool. Hard not to buy everything in the store. Look at the little Charmanders.
They even have a little Charmeleon.
Oh, this place is so cool. Oh, we underestimated it.
We did not know.
And so that wasn't open yet, so we decided just to get something to eat, which we ate at...
There were a lot of shops to like pick from, so we just kind of picked one at random, and it was a little ramen shop.
And it was the first time of us eating actual authentic ramen.
Yeah.
And so we sit down, I'm being a tourist, they had Naruto,
they had Naruto
on the wall and stuff.
Other anime on the walls. They had a little wall, like shelf on the wall that had little like Dragon Ball Z figures on it.
Yeah, it was so cool. It was just such a vibe. Everyone else there felt like they'd been there like every day. Like,
there was a guy sitting there just waiting for like his, like he was a businessman waiting to pick up his food.
But we're here just like, oh my God, look at this magical place. Yeah. What is this place?
Yeah.
Isn't it neat?
Yeah.
And it's like, so we sit down, we order our food. We underestimated how much food Japanese people eat.
They had like a menu outside that we looked at, and we were like, that's how we decided. We're like, okay, we can get this ramen, and then they have like chicken nuggets, so basically chicken tenders, chicken strips, basically like orange chicken without the orange sauce. It was just like fried chicken, but like little pieces. You got the ramen,
because at first we was both going to get ramen,
and I'm so glad we did it.
Oh,
there was that bowl of ramen was like this big.
When they brought it out, I felt like I was Simba looking at the stampede. It was just like, and they brought out the chicken as well.
Right, because the chicken was an appetizer. And it was like a basket. I'm not going over here. It was like a basket this big.
It was huge.
The lady comes back and she's like, she's like, do you want another bowl for the raw so we could share?
Yes, please. So,
and we had ramen.
We had ramen.
We ordered ramen,
which was I couldn't open it. You opened it.
And it was so good.
It was so good.
We had like the original flavor or whatever, and it was so good.
It was so good. I could
It was
definitely. It's
delicious.
surprising that we didn't buy another one, but we were
To go.
we were just overwhelmed
yeah.
from the experience that we just didn't really think about it. We were like, man, if this is unthinted ramen,
Well, they gave us chopsticks. They
we
don't.
have to
yeah.
use chopsticks, and
They
I've
only
never
give
used
you chopsticks at first. You have to ask for
for
forks.
forks.
And we were like, oh, we got this.
I never use chopsticks, and I don't know how to. I've tried many times to learn, but I just didn't know how. I don't know how to use it.
I know how to hold them, but then I don't know how to like get it to work after I hold them.
So,
So at first she was like, "Do you guys want a fork?" and we were like, "Yeah."
We're
And
so
then
American.
she brought us these little like ramen cheater things, this little plastic thing.
She gave us a booster seat for our chopsticks.
But it worked.
It
We were
worked.
able
It
to
did
use
work.
the chopsticks.
But it was just so funny because she was like, "Did you want these? Like, this is what kids
It's like,
probably
here you go.
use."
Yeah, it's probably what like the little babies use to learn how to use chopsticks.
But I didn't care. Look, man.
We kept them.
We kept them. We still have them. And like, you know, it was, you know, we were able to use the chopsticks, and the food was amazing.
Which felt,
was
they
so
made
good.
it feel really authentic. The ramen was
so good.
There was so much
good.
of it, but it was so
I don't know how we finished it, but
we
I feel
tried. We ate the seaweed.
We ate the seaweed.
And it was actually really
It was actually really good.
Because we're kind of picky. We are, as we
Very
have learned,
picky.
we're kind of picky eaters.
I'm very picky. I don't like
But
seafood.
that seaweed was actually
seaweed was
really
really
good.
good.
It tasted like cabbage, basically.
Yeah. And it like dissolves in your mouth.
Yeah, it's
really
like
fast.
boiled cabbage. Yeah.
I mean, if you ever
Yeah.
had seaweed before, you know.
Yeah.
But it was, man, it was so
Like the
fucking
broth
cool.
was so good. The chicken was delicious.
So good.
And we barely touched it. We brought it back to the hotel room with us to eat later, which we ate like in the middle of the night. Like cold, and it was delicious.
It was still delicious. So then after we ate,
Yep.
everything was starting to be open at that point.
Yep.
And then we was able to go down to the underground.
Yep.
And they had all kinds of different shops down there. Some of them, which unfortunately we wasn't able to film any of them because they didn't allow
most
photography.
of them didn't like.
So except for the one gotcha pond.
Yes.
Place
The
where-
gachapon place was the crane machine gachapon.
Yes.
Place was
really cool. With-
Sure, let's go ahead, try it. Okay, don't screw it up. You got it!
I got it.
Oh, it's so cute!
Okay, that was significantly easier.
The cream of the crop of the place was Anime Jungle. Now, if you live in California and you know about Anime Jungle, I envy that you get to see that place every day
Yeah.
because, like, man, we walked in there and there was figures
Now,
galore everywhere.
there were a bunch of anime figure shops.
And a bunch.
But this one was the best.
The best one. Because it felt like this shop was, like, actually retail price.
It was retail price because you checked, as is our habit every time we find figures in the wild, is to double check it against right stuff.
Yes.
And they were like the exact same prices.
And
so they
you
weren't
don't ever
overpriced.
see that. You don't see that. So it made me want to spend money more.
And they had so many figures. And they had they had manga, they had a lot of different merch. But
We could have spent
most
all
of
the money
it-
on
We
that.
literally
We
could
coulda.
have spent all of our money there.
And we was able to look at all kinds of figures,
Mm-hmm.
and unfortunately we wasn't able to film in there either. So I wish I could have got footage of it.
Yeah.
However, you'll see us talk about our haul video of all the stuff we got
actually
over the
got,
trip.
yeah.
But
They also had refurbished figures, which
Yes.
was cool because I'm always I'm cool with used
I'm
as
cool
long as
with
it's
used.
still nice. Yeah.
and it was marked at $9.
$9.
$9? I'm like.
Yep.
That was insane to me. That was insane. Like we literally just had to get out of it after that. We bought
Yeah.
you bought a figure. I bought
I
a
bought a
figure. You bought a
figure.
figure.
I
and-
almost bought a Tsubasa Chronicles wall scroll that they had. It was for Kirogane. but I ended up not getting it because then I would have to get like the whole set, and I know it was old. It was a really good price, but it's also like a full-size wall scroll. I didn't know if it was gonna fit in the suitcase.
Not to buy more stuff, but like it was something we just had to like pass up on. But eventually we will definitely go back.
We have to
for that particular store and alone. But so then we left.
Yep.
We went home. We rested for a bit, and then we went out again.
We went to In-N-Out. We needed to go get some In-N-Out.
Because, you know, we're in California. It's the first time we're ever there.
Yep.
So it's almost required to get In-N-Out.
Which also had a security guard.
Which also had,
literally,
like, I've
every
never
store
seen,
had a security guard.
an In-N-Out or a place has to be bad if you have to have a security guard there posted.
But that's just like normal.
That's just normal
in LA.
So
because there was a security guard at Dunkin' too.
It was packed, man.
Oh my god,
it was
so packed.
So crowded.
The drive-thru was like wrapped around the building, like a Chick-fil-A.
There was like so many people trying to get there, get their food, and so we get up there and we were talking to the guy and we're like, man, this is so busy. He's like, oh no, this is kind of normal. I'm like, this is
that
normal.
That wasn't busy for them. And we're like, normal. It's packed. Like shoulder to shoulder
Shoulder to shoulder. But they're like, oh no, you should see it on a more busier day.
Like
what?
I
don't want to see it on a more busier day. This is bad enough. We finally got our food and we eat the burger.
The burger was real good.
Was a 8 out of 10, I would give it.
The milkshake was really good. I really liked the milkshake. I could have.
Oh my god, I blinked and it was gone.
You took my only food. Now I'm gonna starve.
But the fries, though.
Fries were bad. Is this why everybody has In-N-Out fries with like the animal style sauce or whatever?
Something.
Because we didn't have that, and they were not.
They were trash.
They were dry. They went
like cardboard.
They went cold really
fast. We ended up wasting a good basket. I hated wasting the food.
We are not food wasters. We're picky, but what we don't really throw away food unless it's really bad.
Those fries were so bad. Those were the worst fries I have ever tasted in my life. It was a nice experience. I'm glad that we did it. So we know we can say that
it was a cool experience. And the burger was good.
The burger was good. So good. The next day, the big chunky wonky day. The word on the street is that you go super early so you can get into Toad School Cafe because that is the main attraction, and it gets sold out immediately.
You can't get in without a reservation. You can't get a reservation unless you're in the park.
So first, we Uber there. Drive there was very beautiful, seeing the scenery, and then just seeing Universal as it like starts opening up to us as we arrive was just so breathtaking.
To walk.
Oh, baby. Oh, there it is. Oh shit, we made it! Alright. Why is it so misty? First, we went to go to the Nintendo store, because you could go to the Nintendo store before outside of the park.
Yeah, we went in the city walk to go get our power bands.
Oh, this is the Nintendo store. We gotta go. Probably. Oh, let's go around. All the Bowsers. Oh, we should buy that now.
I think, we might as well get it now.
So wait to buy like actual souvenirs. I ended up getting Princess Peach, as you know, because I love Princess Peach.
Yoshi.
And they had so much cool things there from different characters. Which one should we wear?
For me, I would get Yoshi.
Okay.
Yoshi would be my pick. What would your pick be? Would it be Princess Peach?
Yeah. Oh, babe, look.
Oh, that's cool.
It goes in the park.
Does it go in there?
I think. I don't know. Look at Boo. Should I get that? I should. Then got her like a little bit of merch. That went too crazy yet.
I got a Yoshi headband.
Got a Yoshi headband.
And I love my Yoshi headband, but I wish they had the Boo headbands at that first place, because I would have gotten the Boo ones.
I'll get both. I'll get both. I'm definitely going for the tote bag for sure. After we leave that, we got that stuff. We leave, we go back. We finally get into the actual park, and we beeline, which a lot of people had the same idea.
Yeah,
we beelined it down to
the crowd all the way to like Nintendo Land
was insane.
Yeah.
But what was cool is because when you're on the escalator and you're looking at Super Nintendo Land from afar, and as you go down, it just starts to get bigger.
It's cool.
And bigger and bigger and bigger. That's when like the excitement just like hits you all at once. It's like, this is real. When we're first there was panic because
there's a little thing that you scan. It's a QR code to get your reservation for a Toadstool Cafe, and it's outside the park. Was not working.
It was not working.
We tried it. He tried it. There were other people trying it. It wasn't not working.
No. I'm like panicking. I'm stressing because I was like
ruining your entire trip.
It was ruining my. I didn't want it to.
I'm like, let's go. Let's go in. Let's go start doing fun stuff. You're like, I have to get reservations.
I have to get this reservation.
I'm like,
This is the only thing that matters to me.
But then
we managed to get it to work. Now that we had this secured, my mind is clear. I'm not panicking anymore. I'm not feeling like a child throwing a tantrum anymore. And I can enjoy the rest of the party. So we go through, through the pipe, and
it was cool.
That sudden like flash of light that happens because it was a bright sunny day. It was beautiful out.
Yeah, you step into like this vestibule-ish area, which has like the portraits from like
Super Mario 64.
Yeah, but you were already gone.
Yeah, man,
I was like filming it, and I turn around to like show you like, look, it's Princess Peach, and you're just nowhere to be found.
This is incredible. More music everywhere. And it's like
when you come out of that pipe, you're actually coming out of Princess Peach's castle,
which was
and
very
right
beautiful.
in front of you is Bowser's castle, which is huge.
And then you right to the side is Princess Peach, where you can meet her. And
her
all
little
the things
gazebo,
and stuff.
The power-up blocks.
Oh, it was just so cool to see everything. It was just like, my goodness.
Bathrooms were pretty nice, and then instead of there being a mirror over the sinks, and the sinks were weird. They were weird, like, I don't even know how to describe them.
They were like,
and we can't do like video in the bathroom.
Because it's illegal.
Especially because in the girls' bathroom, because I was like almost gonna do that, but in the girls' bathroom, obviously it's a lot of moms with like children. I'm like, let me not.
You have to like restrain yourself, because it's like, man, I want to take documentation of this, but like, it is a bathroom. So
it's a bathroom. So instead of a mirror, it's like a mural of underwater scenes from like the games with like Cheeps and
the squids and all that. It was really cool.
We got our power-up bands to work, and then we just got in line for Bowser.
And that was so cool.
And it actually didn't feel like that long of a wait, because the thing is like, maybe we were in line for an hour. I don't know, because the entire line, it constantly is moving. And you're constantly going through all of these things. Like, there's things to look at. Like, it's never boring.
No, and you get to see like all the different like enemies and portraits and the trophies for Bowser.
His plans for like the racetrack and stuff, like schematics and stuff.
So then we get there and we're getting prepared for the Mario Kart, which I did think I showed like the beginning build up to everything. Mario! Yay, Mario! Yay, Peach!
You want to throw or you want to steer?
I'll stare. No, you can stare.
I was going to say, I'm not going to throw.
So we don't have footage of us being on the ride, but
Yeah.
leading up to it, we do have footage of
My
it.
power-up band didn't work on the thing.
For some reason.
Because if you have the power band, you can like connect it to the
Right.
ride, and it didn't. It
Right.
worked for you, but it didn't work for me. And I wasn't the only one that had that problem, because I think one of like the people that got on in front of us, I think also had that issue too, where the girl, like, I saw her like trying to do the thing, and she's like, mine didn't do it, and he's like, it took it, it's fine. It probably didn't.
It probably did.
Because I like
we ended up winning
did that a
the
bunch of
race.
times.
We ended up winning the race.
And I should have gotten
And I got the trophy.
Yeah.
Because there's an app that you
Yeah.
go through the games for,
Yep.
and then there's a trophy, and I got it, and I was like, did you get it? And
And
she's like, she didn't get it, and I'm like, oh man, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
I had like the most points. I
kind of
everything.
sucked at it, honestly.
Because, like,
but it was fun.
It was
really
so fun. It was so
enjoyable.
short
though.
It was so short, so
But it
short
was
lived,
fun.
but it was a lot of fun.
But that's the case for theme parks. Like the
That
rides
is the
are
case.
short.
After we get done with the ride, we leave Nintendo Land for a
Yep.
little bit, which was hard.
Because we needed to eat.
We needed to eat. So then we went to Krusty Burger.
Springfield. I wanted to go to Springfield because I grew up on The Simpsons. We went to Krusty Burger, but Krusty Burger's burger was so good, and the
Oh my
fries were
God.
so good.
The best fries we had that entire day.
Completely like made like the In-N-Out fries, like those were trash. Krusty Burger's fries were like immaculate. They were so good.
Immaculate.
We ate.
That's a big word.
It's a big word for Elmo.
The last thing we did was, because it was about that time, was like around like
Yep, it was
3
time for us to head
back
to Nintendo
Land to get our reservation. But right before that, we experienced the last little bit of the mini game that you get to play. While
Yeah,
in
we
the
had to
park.
do our mini games.
Where
So
you have
we
to get the
could
3
do-
keys.
so we could do Bowser Jr.'s
challenge. And you know, there's a bunch of different challenges you could do within the thing, from just meeting Princess Peach.
Yep.
I mean, it's Princess Peach, so she definitely needs the entourage.
We met
Which we met Princess
Princess
Peach, which was lovely. It was a beautiful time. I felt like such a fucking fan. But
We got our 3 keys.
We got our 3 keys, but we decided we were going to eat first because our reservation was
Yep.
timed to eat. And unfortunately, we didn't take any video of that because we just was.
I have a little video
Oh, you have a
of what it looks like.
Okay, but
And
we
we have
did.
the
So
pictures,
we're
but-
probably showing it now then. And then we took pictures of the food that we had.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the.
We got the Mario burger
Burger.
and the fire flower spaghetti and meatballs.
And we got the Princess Peach cupcake.
Yep.
That was filled with jelly,
Yep.
which was delicious.
Yeah, I think it
Absolutely
was jam,
delicious.
but-
And the food presentation was great.
Yeah.
The service was really fast because
Yeah.
they're serving a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, our
and-
food came pretty quickly.
And it came-
Because you go up to the counter and you order, and then you go and sit down. They seat you,
Yeah.
and then they bring you your food.
And there was
It's
there was kind of like a little show that you could watch as well. Like eventually Bowser would come, or I think Bowser.
you can
Jr.
look at all of the the video on the wall.
Yeah,
And it's
and
just toads running around outside, like you're inside Mario World.
He's trying to steal the food and
yeah,
stuff like
and every
that.
so
which
often,
is cute.
it gets dark and it's Bowser like
Just
taking over the world.
Doing some shenanigans. It was cute. And the last thing we did was go to the Bowser Jr. challenge, which is the last thing that you can do
Yep.
in the park, which I
Once
ended
you
up
get all
coming
3
off
keys.
top. It's like this little mini
Yeah.
game that you like have to swat like the bombs
Swipe
away,
stuff, yeah.
and like you have to like jump, and it was like
Yeah.
a VR
Like a-
experience,
yeah.
and it was like really cool. And I was like, how did they even manage to make all this work? And it's like,
yeah, it'd be interesting to know how that technology works, but yeah.
But it worked, and I ended up getting the top score, got the trophy for it, and it's really cool, you know.
Yeah,
you know, top, or the Peach Team Peach was winning, and I'm like happy about it. We was on like the top of the board. Being in California was great. It was beautiful.
Yep.
I loved every moment of it. I would love to be there more. But being on that bus, there and back, I will never want to be on another bus ever again. It ruined my entire experience about being on the bus, even for 10 minutes.
We were watching a YouTube video yesterday when it showed them getting on like just a bus to go on a thing, and we were both like, oh,
I don't want to see another bus. I don't want to see another McDonald's.
Yeah,
I don't want to see.
We didn't even eat that. Oh no, we ate a lot of McDonald's before going on the trip because we wanted to rack up points so we could just use points to eat at McDonald's.
That was a bad idea.
We didn't even want to eat McDonald's out in California,
so now
and if we didn't have to, we didn't.
All those points feels wasted.
We'll use them eventually, but not now.
Not now.
Like, we could not do it.
But after a few days, it was just, you know, the whole trip was just very surreal.
Yeah.
You know, it really opened my mind on traveling and just seeing the world and just, you know, doing this new experience that we wasn't expecting. We was expecting things to go wrong, which some things did, but for
not anything that was in our control.
Yes.
Like, we didn't do anything wrong. It was everything was out of our control. So.
But it definitely put me in this like Zen state that I'm still technically in. I'm just in a mode that I just don't really care about a lot of stuff. Like in like I'm not gonna stress too much about certain things.
Yeah.
And I just feel good. I feel great. I think that's the reason why I was comfortable enough to like make the video of me talking about hi and just giving updates.
Yeah.
And even doing this, like I'm just in a much better place because of that trip. And I'm just like, I feel good. I feel great that we did it, because like we did it all on our own this time around. Mm-hmm. It was an amazing time.
It was.
I'm glad that we went.
Yeah.
It was a fun, amazing experience that I wouldn't have experienced it with no one else but you. Aww. So overall, how do you feel about the trip?
Oh, it was amazing. It was really good.
Definitely look forward to a video when we talk about all the stuff that we got in a haul on my other channel. But for now, thank you so much for watching. If you watched this far, if you enjoyed this video, write tamales. I don't know why, but only you will know why we're saying tamales, because you watched it up this point.
Have tamales.
We did have tamales. Or you can say.
Do you know how to spell tamale?
No. Or you can say Mamma Mia, because that's Mamma Mia.
Here I go again. Oh.
Either way.
I think Universal also has the rights to Mamma Mia.
I think they do. But either way, thank you so much for watching. We really enjoyed this trip, and I hope you guys enjoyed us recapping everything. Check out Boba's channel.
Yay!
She does,
and my second
and
channel.
her second channel. All that stuff will be in the description down below. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye!